My name is Michele Budden, and I am a mentor. I work for Cisco Systems. I've been a business analyst manager there for 24 years now. I had done a number of STEM events with young children. They would come in and do what's called mentoring speed dating. It's only about 5 minutes. You only get a really small glimpse of time with them. So when I saw this program opportunity come, I felt it was an opportunity to do much more and much more intent with just one person and make a bigger impact. So that was the primary attraction. So we've worked on a number of things. First things first, English is her second language, and so she let me know that she had some confidence issues with her English. So we made sure that she worked on how to present. She's studying UX and already has quite a lot of designs in place. A lot of work is already done. So it was a lot of like running through how she would present that, especially in an informational type interview stage as she's looking for her career. So we was reviewing her work and giving her the confidence that she is well on her way. And she's done quite well so far. We've worked on primarily sharing her work. We've also looked at LinkedIn, some of the network building opportunities there while she's still finishing up her studies, that she can go ahead and build out her network of peers there. I think I'm pretty far along in my career, and my education path was not traditional, and I've not seen the path of education in these days. So it's very interesting to see how they come in with some come in with a particular career in mind. They have very clear paths. Some of them are very on point with what they want to do, and then others are just exploring. And so I think I've benefited a lot by seeing like what that starting point looks like today for a lot of the young folks that are just getting into their career or trying to figure out what they want to do, find their passion. So it's always really satisfying for me to see when they really are excited about what they want to do, and then they get that reassurance from maybe somebody who's a little bit further along that yes, you're on the right path, or it's totally fine to go ahead and look around and continue with your studies and just find out what sparks your passion. It's not a bad thing to not know exactly what you want to do just yet, especially when they're, a freshman. I think ask a lot of questions and don't be afraid to ask the tough ones. Anybody who appears to be very successful has had probably a road that was not as successful as you may think. There's bumps, sometimes there's complete detours. And some people started out thinking they were going to do one thing and moved into another. It's always good to get that perspective that not all careers are linear. And also to make sure that they share what they might be struggling with. You don't have to project that you're doing just fine. If you're struggling with something, make it known, that they could help you, or they can refer you to somebody who can help, since there's a lot of opportunities for help around. Advice for a mentor would be to listen a lot more than you speak. Give the opportunity for the mentee to tell their story and get the full picture of what their experience is. And that'll give you an idea of where they are and where you can meet them and where you can help. And then, of course, sharing your story, and don't be afraid to share the challenges. I mean, because I think sometimes the challenges could be even more valuable than the success. And so you could tell them, what you experience, how you handle things. Maybe, one position didn't work out, so you move to another org or another role, and the kinds of training and constant learning that you've done along the way that, university, or certificate program doesn't need to be the end of their education path, that we all continue on, even 20, 30 years down the road, you keep learning all the way. So I think that would be my advice. I think it's important particularly for women. Early in my career, these sorts of programs didn't exist. But along the way, looking back, I know that there were women looking out for me. And I think it is a benefit to create that collaboration among us to make sure that we give every opportunity and make sure that they know that they are, heard, seen, and welcomed, especially in tech. So I will emphasize that, it's very important that we encourage our young women that are looking at tech or even thinking about entering it, even a little bit. We'll take a little bit, don't have to go all the way. And so I think that would be important for them to take advantage of any program that's available to them. And don't, just consider that you have to travel in isolation, because it's not. We're all here for you.